A solid overpass for EG, followed by a solid vertigo for Made in Brazil. Leads us to a decider map 3. It's Nuke. I'm Pineapple Phillips, joined by Boggs. And EG, winning the knife round, will elect to start on the CT side. No dualies once again. We only saw them grace the server in second pistol of vertigo. Brazil pushes blocks, and they're going to go straight out towards A. Ponalone finds one. BRN and Turtle, though, find 3 in response. And it feels like the take has been more than successful, and Sonny drops George as well, leaving just Stanislaw, the IGL, in the 1 versus 4. And I say this is too tall a task might be an understatement. If he somehow won this, it would be a Herculean return to form, a Herculean performance from an IGL, no less.
He's Gilgamesh with no Enkidu.
Just Enkidu.
Hmm?
Enkidu.
Yeah, my pronunciation was a bit off, I know.
But I had to say it. I took an eschatology class back in the day. Round finally concluded. Is it eschatology? Eschatology? I think it's eschatology. Either way.
Is that counted under eschatology, though?
Enkidu was sent to the underworld at one point in the Epic of Gilgamesh, yes.
Okay, I guess, yeah. I mean, he was, but...
That was the part that I studied in eschatology.
Okay, I read the Epic of Gilgamesh in high school.
When the Odyssey's a little bit too mainstream, I get it.
I mean, I read that in, like, middle school.
Oh, classic. It is a classic.
It is a legendary book. Just like the legendary Double Scout setup.
Yeah, it is an investment. CT side. 5-7 of George. It has rung true multiple times in this series. It could ring true again if Made in Brazil aren't careful. He goes down the vents. EG looking to cash their pistol round token very early in map number 3. Made in Brazil, what is the investment for them? Some Galils, an AK, and 1 solitary Mac 10 on exit. We'll be looking to harvest up some cash. It's a slow one for Made in Brazil. Hoping the pistols get a little bit too antsy, hoping the CT side goes for information. They have no such luck. Instead, they'll just go for a delayed play out towards A. It is a more or less empty site. Rush, though, he's the one to find the opening. BRN dropped. Turtle entering out towards the site, towards the location of actual importance. Will find one. Rush, though, flanking in many, finds one more before falling. Bringing us back to, once again, even footing. 3 versus 3. And that AK is recoverable for the CT side as well.
No bomb plant, so lots of opportunity, but Bone alone going down makes it rough. Stan, that's a big kill. Still no bomb plant, and no real comfort factor to attempt that. George thinks there's somebody second fence. It's another fake plan from Insani trying to bait out somebody heaven. Mini and Squeaky are the plays, but exits on the flank expected by George, but still taken down is George Snorts. Stan, the last man standing. They should know where he is. They should know he's not heaven at the very least. Exit jiggling out has the spot. Now I don't think Stan can do much about this. He knows where both players are, but actually being able to fight them, they don't want to fight them. They don't need to fight them. They need to not fight them. And exit to the buy more time. Stan, wild spray, taken down. And MIBR, first 2 rounds of the board here on the T side of Nuke. Good start for them, and should be a third too, unless EG can cash the pistol round token this time around. Although I don't think they'll be investing too much. I think they'll want to get the op for Ponalone as early as possible, get him outside. Now, this is a map, though, where you will see Ponalone pull out a shotgun. It's not the classic Ponalone special Inferno Mag 7, but it's still a map we can see that come through here. You can still see the XMs, the Novas, the Mag 7s come through for him. He likes to play at ramp, as a matter of fact, so we might see that. It's a ramp stack, as a matter of fact, from EG. They get the boost up top. And MIBR expect some sort of shenanigans, so they're just going to default out and probe.
EG have shown us a variety of looks thus far, so it's giving me hope. Once they get the rifles in hand and they can actually get to the dirty work proper on even footing, maybe we'll see something, but as it stands, Made in Brazil onto a blazing hot start on the T side of Nuke. And Turtle, he's going to be the one to entry out, it appears, towards the ramp. Mac 10 in hand. But again, Made in Brazil handling the pace quite well, just slowing things down, and hopefully going to be getting gifted something for it. Walking into the ramp is Turtle. He spots one, and he'll quickly fall away because of that. And she takes the duel. He is dinked down, sure, but he's not counting his eggs before they hatch. He's not running out. willy-nilly. Exit, finds a second supporting his teammate. EG, no real shot in this round at this stage. You're in. Heads rush. Player Heaven has been spotted as well. Looks to be a clean one for Made in Brazil unless the last two USPs find some dinks.
Well, Nate, is a headshot with the gun a beheading or a debraining?
It depends on how the bullet tumbles. I think it depends on the carnage afterwards. And given the fact that it's Counter-Strike, it's probably a debraining.
Yeah. I mean, you'd have to like go with a freaking saw or something to...
This isn't, you know, any of those other more graphic video games with, you know, amputation, etc. So it's definitely a debraining. It's not a beheading.
Yeah. Now, arguably, a knife to the head or a nade could do it, but
I would just call it, just to be even less imaginative, just call it a head empty play. His head is now empty.
Deep void play.
Cranial cavity. Caved in. I don't know. Going for grasping too far. Grasping too many straws.
Caving.
Yeah, cranial. That's a good one. 3 AKs, Mac 10, Galil. You know, it's the flawless, so it's the bonus as a result from Made in Brazil. Should have had nothing less.
They got a lot of guys.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say that the spam from Walco is good, sure, but unconfirmed damage. No actual outright kill either. Honestly, given the amount of damage taken on the cross, that was a more than successful gambit from Made in Brazil to get that play through.
George is here, though, and he's someone we need to step up. We need to see George do something crazy here. Utility being used as they creep their way through the tunnels. Looking for the entry on towards B. That's a nice headshot on the low HP player from George. Snappy on the aim, looking for more damage. Backing away now. Jump spotting as the nade flies through. He'll open single and look towards double. Exit waiting for a drop down the vents. Slow pace from MIBR. They can take it slow. They still got 43 on the clock, so they can move around. Insani also waiting for a push through lobby. But he's going to make his move. He might be caught by Ponalone. Time. Not much left now for MIBR. They're going to have to make a move fast. Ponalone caught by Insani, though that could just start the spark in towards B. Utility flying in. Bomb not committing yet. Turtle out. George needs that kill. Stanislaw falls at the same time. And EG just can't win an aim duel in this round. And MIBR about to convert the bonus. And they might even keep 4+ alive. Look at that on the Walco.
That was a disgusting shot taking down Walco. Cranial cave-in, stealing it from the book. Just rush. And he's in no rush to end this round. He's going to try to save his rifle for the following. But Made in Brazil already have so much money in the bank at this point. Probably going to hunt him down or at least try to do so. Rush. Kit, utility, M4, Kevlar. Be a massive boon in round number 5 for the team. And it looks like he will be allowed to save it as well. Made in Brazil. You mentioned it. They should be the stronger team on Nuke, and thus far, they're definitely showing us a lot more than the CT side of EG.
Well, I think next gun round is a timeout time for EG. Because as it stands, if you look back to the end of Vertigo, EG have not been able to get the wheels gaining traction. They've been spinning their wheels, just haven't been going anywhere. Just spitting up a bunch of mud, making a mess. Nothing good. And if they want a chance at this series, they're going to have to fix it fast. They don't have much of an opportunity to fix the errors anymore.
This is a very simple set of maps. So
for anybody,
yeah, but especially like I think Made in Brazil over their 11 maps played is like 66.7% CT side win rate. I have it open. It's 66.7. That is an absurd CT side win percentage. That's a very dominant percentage. And if you go off that,
57.1.
Yeah, if you go off that, Made in Brazil only needs 6 rounds here, and they're already at 4. And that's 2/3 of the way there, and looks like they might even be 5/6 of the way there, as they find Rush with next to nothing. going for himself. It's the 5-7s though. If they count them out, George and Stanislaw make that. Just George. Walco, the last defender on this A side, up towards Mustang. Really clear. Yep. Thought his foot shows. Ponalone with USP offers some resistance offer, but surely nothing more. Actually gets a dink onto Insani. Imagine if he had one of those upgraded pistols. It might be a different story for the CT side.
It's not looking good for EG, though, in general. The players you want to see just showing up aren't. George has been quiet all evening. Ponalone has not had the biggest impact. He's had some good rounds, but he hasn't been consistently dominating the server. Walco's cooled off. Stanislaw also has cooled off. And MIBR just seem to be getting stronger and stronger. BRN has turned up the gas. And George is down. There's a nice free kill for BRN. And Sonny doing what he's been doing for pretty much the entire season so far. Turtle, he's been good this map so far. He chimes in a lot.
Got the reverse 007 for Insani. Looks like it. I don't know.
Gotta love it. Let's see.
That is,
he might have an assist.
Okay. He's gonna ruin my dream, but regardless,
which would make it even better though, individually.
It would. He's head and shoulders one of the best pickups, I would say. Best they could ask for, given the situation.
Reminds me of like the Zebi after they lost.
Yeah.
That's not good.
And Rush only able to get one in. The other two able to get none as well. It seems like EG are truly collapsing. At this point, I mentioned it. They needed 6. They have 6. It's just Walco in a 1 versus 5. 1 versus 4, excuse me, and Sonny fell early on. And sure, he'll get a kill here or there on the exit. Doesn't matter, though. Made himself so much money in the bank that these losses are more than acceptable.
Yep.
In the name of punishing the EG side.
Exit kills don't matter to MIBR. It doesn't matter. They're winning rounds. They have money. So what does an extra kill or 2 matter? Nothing. Nothing at all. Meanwhile, for MIBR, it's just kick this one into cruise control and start driving down the highway. Blaring music on the radio. Okay, and they've got the hunt. They lost 3 players, but they don't let a single gun save for EG. Well done, MIBR. And it looks like that first map was just a hiccup, Nate. It was a flash in the pan. Because MIBR, at least on Nuke, are looking by far the dominant team, and even on Vertigo, for the most part, they were the dominant force in the server.
Honestly, I think it's still the new roster kind of situation. They're brand new in that they added a new 5th player, a new offer as well. They're still trying to figure out their identity before that as well, you know. I can see why, but again, it does feel like this is more than disappointing given what they've shown us thus far. I feel like they should have something planned for this map. Right now, they've shown us next to nothing. They've been completely absent from Nuke.
We also don't know if Ponalone's a permanent player on this roster.
That's a good point.
My guess is that he's still standing in for them. That they will find a replacement opper. Because they're going to have to find one regardless, right? They're going to have to find one either for EG Black or EG White. And I would assume they keep Ponalone with his longtime teammates. He's got the op, though. So we'll see if he can put up some good work. Imperial stickers on that green op. I forget the name of that one.
I was trying to do some research, see if he was actually picked up or not, but I've seen nothing tweeted from his Twitter, so...
I mean, he's EG White, so
EG
he's
White,
interchangeable.
Yeah, so it's very true. Sonny spamming away, through a smoke, through a wall, and through the head. Rush taken down. Truly
Cardio
unfortunate.
Caven.
Yep, cardio cave-in, back to it. And it seems like Made in Brazil can do no wrong at this point.
Oh, no. No, they can't. They can only do right. They can only do the correct choice for the matter at hand.
Even if it is wrong, or it looks wrong to us, it's going to be right just because they're winning rules. Walco, again,
And look at
good
Walco.
damage, but unconfirmed damage. Spamming away.
He's dead,
Stanislaw,
too.
though. Stanislaw. He finds a walk through. He finds Insani. Exit, though. Trades out. Finds the player Mini. Good adjustment. Taking control outside towards Mini while lobby control falls. George and Stanislaw are trying to group up, but their teammate Pono falls in the meanwhile. George is snorting for 2, but nothing more. Stanislaw trades it out. Stanislaw actually doubles down. Excuse me. He finds the 1 versus 2 clutch. He takes down Henny and Exit. He puts his team on the board. Stanislaw, the IGL, coming alive at a critical juncture. The question is that round a flash in the pan, or is it something that EG can build off of?
They lost 4 players, so it's not going to be easy to build a round off of this bye. We've got an MP9 on Rush, FAMAS on Walco, 3 kits actually, so that's not too shabby. But still, the bye is less than ideal. MIBR should not be daunted by that either. They've been able to pretty much do whatever they want, make it work. George backwards B hops down off hut, sprays away towards Squeaky, no contact. Stanislaw waiting for a peek towards Ram, none to come. BRN though could make his way down to secret, slip a knife in the back from B's sight. But overall, MIBR have been able to get so much yard control for free. EG are letting them play however they want. It's too much respect. We saw EG disrespect them too much on Vertigo. It's too much respect now here, and Stanislaw gets lucky with that isolated duel. Takes the first player down, traded nicely by Turtle, who's now at 10 kills on map number 3. And BRN, yet to be revealed, lurking down in the tunnel.
Walco, though, is going to back up and around, and the question is, will he clear it? Yeah, he will. Very well read. I do also want to say, I had a perfectly salient point being made in my mind, and then it was immediately, here we go. I remember it now. Op is probably what the outside yard control is hinging on for EG. New roster map they don't play often. When in doubt, you put the op out. In the yard, to be precise. So, I guess that's what they're waiting for. They don't have the op for Pwn alone, so they aren't going for it as hands-on. Yeah, I do want to see more contact being in the outside yard proper for EG if they really want to stand a chance in this half.
First.
Yeah, Made in Brazil finding the cracks are being exploited. 8 seconds left. 2 players alive at this point. They're trying to save their guns rather than go for it. George hunts down 1. Turtle, though, takes down 2. Walco will eventually take him down. I think that was before the round expired. But it was another costly one for EG.
Another expensive one, and that's always going to be a fine trade for MIBR, although they have to get the bomb down. They took way too long to get it down. That's the other issue. They were hitting that site with 10 seconds of the clock. That Molotov was a really good stall. MIBR might be getting a little too complacent here. They're going to have to turn on the Jets again. They're going to have to get going. Looks like a fast-paced play, at least fast lobby control being taken now by the Brazilian squad. Oh, is it the A-pop? Through the smokes, the mollies, down the vents, exit tagged so low. BRN burnt to 67 HP, but it's a B blitz. Up they go. Stanislaw spotted. Mows down both. The bomb at his feet. Insani with a trade. AK upgrade for Stan. Turtle down the vent. Might get the drop on him. Yes, he will. Bomb can go down here unless Pod alone can stop it. Nobody here to support Turtle yet. He will wait for reinforcements decision. And he swings out on the Pod alone. He does not wait, as a matter of fact. And George could just get caught out by Insani. It's going to come down to timing. It goes to George, and Insani kind of just backs into the wall. Walco creeping down the ramp, 2v2. Turtle clearing the wrong way, clears the right way, clears hell, and he gets sent down there. All down to Henny. 1v2. His opponents have the bomb, and he has just missed George.
Feels like in Brazil, cracks are finally beginning to be exploited, and feels like they're playing too disconcerted. Too much individual freedom. Turtle down below, as you mentioned, waiting for help. No, he just goes for the peak eventually and tries to walk up the ramp all by his lonesome while Henny's totally separated, as is Insani, in towards the lobby. They're doing too many things at once. They're getting too complacent. They're trying to harvest. And while you could say 7 is enough on this T side, why not go for more? Why not continue to play your disciplined style, your signature flair, and secure double digits? Really close out this map before second half can even begin.
3 rounds in a row for EG, and I would actually expect a timeout out of MIBR now. Because this one's a little rough. This is
worrisome. Cracks are showing, cracks are forming.
Yeah.
They need to nip
It's
this in
not
the
the
bud.
same MIBR that we saw for the first 7 rounds.
It's not. They've gotten loose. They've gotten happy. They need to rein things back in.
Yeah. It would be timeout time before they ran out of money and momentum. And it's still a swing territory because EG don't have a lot of built-up money. They still are broke. BRN, Walco trades it back with 2, making a 3rd from Red Box. He's putting them in boxes. Turtle and Sani, the last 2 standing separated from each other. And Stanislaw keeps Walco alive, and Sani self-driving in Mustang George. And George will get the finisher. Finally, EG win a round and keep players alive, too. That's even better for them. They keep these players up. They keep these players alive. Pistols for MIBR. Momentum for EG.
Dare we see a comeback? Dare we say a comeback? I also want to highlight, you mentioned it before, they were hands-off in the yard, EG. They were hands-on there. 3/5 of the team ready. 1 down below Marshmallow, 1 back red, 1, I believe, in towards the garage, or maybe Mini. I'm not 100% sure on the 3rd.
It was Mini Africa and Red Box.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Mini. Well done. That's exactly what they needed. That's the adjustment you called out that we had to see in EG. I had kind of written them off at this point. And while they still have a long way to go, it's still encouraging to see this recovery. 3 again for Walco, trying to tap away the final. Can't quite hit it. Low on the magazine. Penny. Does it make it expensive? Nope. 8 down and taken out. Stanislaw finds the kill. EG. Is that 5 in a row?
It is.
It's a remarkable
return
to form. It's a remarkable return to form.
Also, I just want to make a point here. People are wondering where the crosshairs are going. It is a GoTV bug when the gun is purchased from inside the buy menu by somebody else for you. For whatever reason, your crosshair, the crosshair in general doesn't show up on GoTV when that happens. Don't know why. It's been in the game for over a year now. That's just what happens. Nothing we can do about it. And Valve obviously doesn't think it's big enough of an issue, or else they would have fixed it by now.
It's a feature, okay? Don't you know that they're working on borrowed wealth, okay? It's a differentiating stylistic choice, I think is the term we will use.
It just works.
Just works. Made in Brazil, belabored by. No money in the bank, as we mentioned. They had pistols in the round prior. It's going to be a Galil and 4 AKs and Pwn alone. He's feeling himself. He's walking in towards lobby with his teammate. We have seen this before. Stanislaw's gotten kills, pressuring in towards Trophy. The question is, will it succeed yet again? Looks like Brazil are setting up for an A play, but it's actually a push into the door as well. It's going to be a lobby crunch. Made in Brazil, they shut it down from the door. Ponalone offers some resistance, sure, but Henny answers back and kind of with a kill onto the IGL of Stanislaw. Ponalone is going to try to migrate, make a very scary cross, and he is caught in crossing. Exit takes him down from top lobby, leaving just Walco, the guard player, in the 1v3. Lines up 2! In fact, it's a team kill, leaving Turtle in the 1v1. He doesn't have the bomb, but he does have the information, and that's enough in the end. Made in Brazil do it long last, shut down the 5-round streak of EG. It is at significant cost. They lose 4 players and don't get a bomb plant either, but they do at least recover the op.
Nate, that was a bad round from everybody.
That was one of the rounds of all time, yeah.
Yeah, we'll go with that, because there were so many mistakes made by both teams in that round. It's kind of incredible that somebody actually ended up winning that round.
Both teams should be given a loss in that one. No one should get the point.
Replay the round, run it back. Ooh, both ops find an opening pick. Good for Ponalone to get something done with the big green. I mean, it's a lot harder to get it done on the T side, so might as well get as many as you can on CT. But MIBR, they've won the half at the very least. That's a very good sign for them. And with this 4v4, they can work around a lot more. They have that outer yard control again. EG have completely abandoned it. I don't know. MIBR, though, they're scaring me with how long they're taking to make plays in a lot of these situations in these last 6 rounds. And EG have been able to capitalize on it. MIBR, they just don't seem to have the sense of urgency that they would need.
Don't. In a result, I like this adjustment of getting control of the yard, as you mentioned. It has been completely foregone by EG. Now just creeping forward over towards Heaven. EG have to know this is a possibility, but I don't think we've actually seen a Heaven wrap proper as of yet, so it might be a conclusion that EG simply aren't respecting. Stanislaw, did he spot the player going up the ladder? He might have. He's going to clear it out. Timing's everything here. Get him, Brazil. I think he did, but he won't be able to catch anybody before the take comes through. Henny supporting his teammate, takes down Rush. That is the site falling. George in towards Hut, though, is going to offer some resistance from Stanislaw. Perfectly timed on the flank, finds one, no, finds the damage instead. George doubles down. 8 seconds left, and as you mentioned, time is haunting Made in Brazil. No chance in this round. It's going to be a 6th for EG. And Henny ran out of time. Stanislaw, that is a huge kill to find. And that sets up EG now very well for a 7-8 scoreline, which would be, honestly, a remarkable comeback given the circumstances.
A remarkable comeback indeed. They went down 0-7. MIBR won one of the last 7 rounds. And it's all primed up for EG to be able to win this round too. They have the superior buy. MIBR with 3 Tech 9s, a Galil and a Mac 10, a smattering of util, and they're going to go for the 8 pop. They're going to go for the classic 8 rush. Out on Scaff. Oh, he's so blind. Rush can't see a thing. Teammates getting taken down around him. George able to get 1 and 2 from top hut, but Walco falls. 3v2, man advantage for MIBR on the classic A pop. The nade will dunk for 1. Into a 2-on-2. Stanislaw going alone. Turtle in towards hut. Off spotted up in Heaven. Stanislaw caught by exit. Podalone to the 1v1. Turtle pulls to the gap. Taps away. Catches off Podalone. 6-9. Nice scoreline as we head to the half.
EG did stem the bleeding in half, number one, but was it enough? 6 rounds on their CT side. Couldn't help but leave us wanting more, but we'll have to see if maybe they have something unique planned for their T side. I'm Pineapple Phillips, joined by Boggs, and the Dualies do grace the server once more. It is 1 Super Soldier for the CT side and 1 Kevlar-less Dualie wielder in Henny. What is the play, EG? Straight towards ramp, but kind of split their forces from there. They get control and they begin to walk now under towards Hell, towards Z, and back out into the yard. It's around the world for this T side. EG, I feel like this pistol round is incredibly important for their success going forward.
It is incredibly important for their success, and if they big brain themselves, it'll be a massive detriment to whatever chances they have. Henny with the dualies gets run into, can't get the kills, the bomb goes down, run down by a rush, then comes Turtle. Farms the first, sprays away for both, they get 3! Insani with 2, Defuse to come through, and MIBR, a flying dual Beretta pair from Turtle. And a 10th round on the board. Bang, bang, bang. They're back in the win column. They're back up to double digits. And if they can shut down this force buy from EG that's coming here in round 17, they should be on the fast track to victory and the 2-1 reverse sweep.
Yes, they should be. As I mentioned, it's a 66.7% win rate on the CT side for Made in Brazil. For EG, the T round win percentage is 48.4. Honestly, that's not bad for standards on Nuke. But still, given the scoreline, they need a lot more than that. They need a lot more than less than half of the rounds if they want to come back into this one. And they know it. They have to put rounds on the board as fast as possible. It's going to be an investment off the back of that bomb plant. Funalone selflessly dropping a rifle and going to only the glass cannon deagle. Stanislaw doing the same. It's 2 AKs and a Galil for this T-side offensive. It's Walco and George, the 2 heavy hitters, taking the mantle of weapon wielders. Made in Brazil already boxing these players in towards the yard, and Sani using the A1S at range, making it sing, finding the opening. Second as well. That's 2 of the rifles taken down in the blink of an eye, without much resistance being offered. BRN at range across the map, taps 1 with the MP9. The Deagles, Stanislaw and Ponalone, no Kevlar to back them up, no bomb on the back either. And at this point, it is 11 for Made in Brazil.
It's just how many kills can EG find? How much damage can they deal? If it's a flawless, MIBR going to be in such a good shape to finish this one off. Wipe away EG and forget about that stain of a first map that harms their repertoire this season. As a matter of fact, I don't know if MIBR have even lost a map this season in ECL so far. I'm going to go check on that. But I don't believe they have.
Stanislaw flanking around does get some information. He might have just gotten spotted though. Looks like he has. Box him in, and yeah, can't find the 1D, unfortunately. His window of opportunity was very brief, and it was also through a window, making the 1D far more difficult. 11-6. Made in Brazil take that with next to no resistance being offered by EG. And they should find a 12th as well. EG. Force buy meaning nothing. And their pistol round should mean next to nothing as well.
Nate, MIBR have lost 1 map prior to the EG game this entire season of ECL, and that was to Vendetta.
Vendetta, yeah. That was your sleeper team going into the season.
Yep. They've impressed me so far.
They're continuing to impress as well, even with their disappointing roster change that was kind of forced. Was Pluto going to ATK, if I'm not mistaken?
Yes. And a team that's struggling as of late, ATK.
That's exactly what I was going to say. They've been kind of absent at points, dropping maps versus Detonate and Limitless.
Didn't they drop the series versus both?
Series. I'm going to say series. Sorry, not maps. They dropped 2 maps against each. That's the best way to put it. Crystals just kind of dilly-dallying, hoping to find someone getting aggressive, but no one is. BRN and Sani looking to make this one a quick one. Tech 9 for Rush could find something. An aggressive play. George, though, at the door should not find anything. Rush. George bombing his back and playing with a Hornet's Nest, kicking it around. Drop down the vent he'll go. Might go to this player in the bomb? Yes, he does. No chance at a bomb plant. Does get the dink, but not the kill. Made in Brazil 4 rounds away from closing out this series, and this has been the most one-sided map thus far.
Back-to-back flawless rounds, too, for MIBR. They're really starting to put the pain on EG, who can buy up again. Glass cannon op on the T side. Already an op on the T side is pushing it. Glass cannon even more so. There's 5 nades available for MIBR. You send 2 of those where the op goes. Bye-bye, Ponalon. That's risky. And it's not even like a high reward risk. It's maybe 1 kill if you're lucky outer yard. He's up on top of Marsh. Doesn't see anything credits. Rush takes a bit of chip damage. Out towards Trophy. Ooh, BRN so narrowly missing out on a kill. Stalemate to start this round off, but all of the momentum, all the confidence with MIBR. Can't say anything of the sort for EG.
Cannot. Kind of slowing things down. They have that op on Ponalon. No utility. Glass cannon. A true dream for him. He's kind of been absent on this map. As has Rush. 2 of the old dogs finding much success. George is going to lurk out. So this is one of his better maps, and he has done decently well thus far, but not having a star performance. He's not keeping his team in it. EG have made a decision at the minute mark. It's going to be a walk towards ramp. BRN is posted on an off angle. He wants a duel, doesn't quite get the headshot. He'll fall away. He's very lucky to get away. Henny, supporting his teammate, will find one. BRN catches George lurking down the vents. That is a big one to find. It's Rush, Walco, and Stanislaw. Down a man. And with next to no map control, they're already locked in. Turtle, I believe, holding that aggressive lobby angle. EG. No shot in this one. Not even a shot in the dark. 15 seconds left. I'm going to try to go towards A. Turtle cuts off 1/2 the take. An exit should cut off the second. Tags down the bomb carrier. Does take him down. Rush finds the trade short, but with 8 seconds left, he's going to desperately try to stake the plant. Not even that. Going to take the duel and fall. And Sani does him in. 13 for Made in Brazil.
3 more to go for MIBR, and EG going to be on pistols here again. Looks like they've checked in all their tokens, Nate. There's no more pistol round luck. There's no more luck in general for EG. They're just getting bullied more and more and more. Tech 9s, Deagle, utility, and hope fading quickly away. Rush. He's got that optics souvenir Tech 9, but the optics don't look great for EG on map 3. They've got some utility plays in towards A from the looks of things. Nade goes over. Exit drops down before it even does damage. Avoids all of that. Takes a dink, actually.
Must have been team damage.
Yeah, I think so.
Where else would it have been from? I don't think the Tech 9's
Through
can penetrate the wall.
And lobby,
Yeah.
maybe, by Stan? But that's too... I don't think that's possible.
It was a love tap. We'll call it a love tap.
Yeah. MIBR having fun. Oh, he almost got 2. And BRN's already here. What can EG do? There's nowhere to run. Nowhere to hide. MIBR everywhere. Always watching, always waiting.
Good shot from BRN. Stay behind the Molotov. Good trade from Ponalon, sure, but still looking like a Made in Brazil round. Eagle swinging out. Caught on the cross. Henny. Ski. George. 1v3. 1v4, excuse me. There was a player you wanted in this situation. It would be George. Found the first, but he still needs 3 more. Does have an opportunity. These players are tagged, but in the same vein, Made in Brazil should be playing together as a unit.
That's not very unified. That last bit was, but still very risky. The double swing almost going awry. Exit's grabbing an AK. He's looking for the op. There it goes. Got more than enough time to defuse the bomb. 14-6 in the favor of MIBR.
Bomb plant combined with the loss bonus will give EG a solid buy. But again, running out of rope, running out of room to work with. You need to now win what? 9 rounds while only dropping 1 in order to get to overtime. That would be outrageous on the T side.
Yeah.
And in the result, having fun with it, as you mentioned, now on the double op setup for Henny and BRN.
Good Molotovs on towards top hut, but Exit somehow surviving getting barbecued. Gets smoked maybe, but hey, he's still kicking. That's a nice dink on a Rush, who's charging on through. Walco gets the opening onto Exit. Turtle burning alive. Stan and Walco, 2 big kills. And Sonny will not go through the smoke. Wise decision there. Bomb plan not coming through, and Sonny heard by the sound cues, and George does a lot of damage. Bomb goes down. Oh yeah, I don't appreciate this.
They aren't. No shot with the rifler as low as he is. It's going to be a save. It's the smart call. EG will survive by the skin on their chinny chin chins. The 7-14 though, still a long way to go if they want to make this a competitive one.
Well, you said they had to win 9 in a row, or 9 out of 10 rounds. They've got 1 out of 10. They're 1/9 of the way down for overtime. And guess who called this timeout, Nate?
In Brazil.
Incorrect.
I knew
EG.
it. What worked, guys? What worked in this one?
We shot back.
We shot back, we ran through the smoke, and we got a timing. I mean, realistically, that's what happened.
Yeah. Their original utility didn't even flush Exit out of position.
No, this is not a replicable round.
No. That's the problem. And they might think it is. And they also got saved by the fact that MIBR have 2 ops. So the initial hold/early retake situation wasn't even really able to be set up by MIBR because of the fact they had 2 snipers out of those 3 players
Do
alive.
they still know? Do they even know they have a double setup? I don't think so.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
I think they know they have 1 on Henny, that's it.
This is going to be potentially a rude awakening if Evil Geniuses run into the wrong setup or make the wrong read.
Yeah, this is a lot of misinformation that EG are dealing with right now. Unless they predict that double op is possible. But that's some Grand Admiral Thrawn level prediction. That's a big pick from Insani. Rush charging in. Turtle through lobby. Exit fell by Stan though. Still Turtle holds the line. Rush trades it back. Insani making noise from hut. He's been spotted. BRN with one of those 2 ops. Holding for a cross. Bomb on site. Pone alone watching lobby cross as well. Henny coming in from mini. No bomb planned yet. MIBR don't need to move. But they are going to get the free pick on Stanislaw. That's the bomb gone. Rush stuck at second vents. And Henny finds him as well. Pone alone, last man standing. No bomb, no real chance as BRN's on the cross. His gun barrel shows. His health fades out. 15-7 match point MIBR.
Commanding lead, and this has been the most one-sided map of the series by far. EG not really making mid-round calls at this point, just stuck at the onset of the round, not really having a clear, distinct direction, not getting much map control, going for some gimmicky plays, getting caught out, going back and forth, and then kind of stalling out entirely. Sitting still at the minute mark there, and caught out as a result. In Brazil, far and away a better nuke team, but give EG time, maybe they'll better figure out the map. Well, either way, it's going to be aggressive outside span through the smoke. Does so much damage. Sonny's actually in front of it. He'll find the opening. He'll find a second. That's the bomb dropped. Walco will trade, but the damage has been done. Henny on the op-out might even find another. This is looking like a Made in Brazil round at this point. Looks like this map is over. BRN, the secondary op, rotating around towards the yard, finds Rush. Walco down below has the op. He's not the big green user. And the 2 versus 4 can't really do it. Shotgun hopping up close. He will pass the first test. Turtle taken down, but still a lot more to do. He gets the smoke down and the bomb as well. This is doable, albeit improbable for EG.
The nade nade won't do too much damage, and now Walco can play with the op in the post. Has a good amount of utility as well. 3v2, 2 ops on the retake. Molotov well timed. Out through goes BRN, and down to the ground he falls. Stanislaw now playing around the ramp, spots ahead of Henny. Does more damage, safe potentially now for MIBR's. Exit comes down 2. Stan swings out wide, and he goes down. Exit low, Henny 68, Walco 1v2. First player down the ramp, nice little flick. This is the next shot, but now Henny doesn't have time for the defuse. He's got to fake this, he's got to hold. Doesn't matter, Glock down out and into oblivion. An ace for Walco and a 1v2. What a play individually from Walco, picking up the fallen op. And he is carrying his team to victory, or at least to survival right now. He needs help. Can't just be one man.
Not even using the weapon he's used to using. Using the op picked up from his teammate, as you mentioned, scavenged off a corpse. Truly desperate situations for EG, but you know what? They stave off. Final round from Made in Brazil, at least for the moment. In fact, they might even find some respite. It's going to be a cobbled together investment for the CT side and an aggressive lobby play. This time around, though, EG are more than ready for it. 1 and 2 for Stanislaw and Turtle, and they're both coming alive to support the likes of Walco. Henny, Exit, and Turtle now. Diminished numbers, 3 versus 5, and no utility or kit, might I add, for post plant. They're going to have to try and stop EG before they actually get the bomb down. If not, they'll be forced to save.
Might as well save the rifle at the very least, although you should probably save everything if you're going to save one part, if you're MIBR. There's no real need to rush into a retake here either. You can play the long game. You have rounds to lose. You can let things go. Surrender this round. Try again with what you have here in the next. If you win there, cool. If you don't, no worries. You get a full buy in the following. Round 26. That's, I think, what MIBR are going to be looking for, is a win in round 26. Dink onto George. If they can get another rifle out of it, though, that would be a very strong round 25 buy. Exit up top. Catches 1 with the MP9. They know where he is now. That's a long time to stay alive. Mission objective is to survive.
I don't think EG are too keen on hunting, though. Their economy's not in a good way. Walco's on a Galil. He could probably drop that over to a teammate and pick up an AK, a proper rifle afterwards. A rifle.
What are you saying? A Galil or a FAMAS is not a proper rifle?
It's not a proper rifle, especially not given how Walco's performing. I think a Galil in his hands compared to everybody else is an injustice.
Fair
he
enough.
should be the one with the AK. He's one of the 3 players at double digits, and he's also ahead of his team by a significant margin. He's almost caught up to shot frags of Made in Brazil. Donnie's at 26, Turtle at 23. Everybody from Made in Brazil, though, is doing their job, doing their part, and I think that's what's really putting them at a level above EG currently in Map 3.
AKM4 MP9. Chance for some damage here for MIBR. Maybe even a chance to eke out a win. The MP9 there as well. Little bit of utility. Smoke and nade on both Turtle and Henny. But again, round 26 is where MIBR really should be looking to stake their claim. Good outer yard play. Good flash by Walco. Good entry by George. Hard to not get a kill on a full blind player like that. So George does well. Walco really does the most amount of work in that kind of engagement. And EG to scale on down towards B. Turtle needs a couple of kills here. And he's just backing away. He's very scared to take these fights. The headshot angle. He goes for the jump spot. Ponalon's on the angle. Rush can close the gap. Nice opening by Turtle. But Rush trades it back nicely. B-side vulnerable. Walco spots the next. Exit here as well. Head shows. Walco has the bomb, though. Has to be very careful. But George says, never mind. George is going to go down, as does Walco. What a play by Exit with the MP9. He's down to 6. This is winnable. This is very winnable for MIBR.
Henny, though, was not in any position. He was already saving his gun. He's going to continue to stay postured up towards A. Rush knows the B side is more or less empty. He knows there's a player towards control. They have him isolated now. And if they find the kill, they'll find the side as well. So Henny stuck in a very just removed position, a useless position, I dare say. Rush finally taps away that one player. Now Henny in the 1v2. If he was in a better position towards ramp, anywhere else, maybe down the vents even, it would be more recoverable, even I dare say more doable. But given his paralysis up on A, just sticking around, letting his teammate just, I don't want to say letting his teammate, but leaving his teammate to the wolves, it's going to obviously be a save.
That's 2 rounds in a row and he saves the M4. And again, EG can't really contemplate a fight. But Nate, we've now hit the 5-round gap. This is where things start to look a lot more plausible for EG in taking this to overtime.
It is looking more and more possible every round. Double digits being secured. But none of these rounds have been convincing. They've all been costly. That's my main issue.
But they work.
They work, but if it's going back and forth so often, you can't reliably win 5 rounds in a row at this point.
No.
I feel like MIBR are one stand-up performance / random aggressive play away from taking the series. And as we know, they love going for those random aggressive plays, especially on the CT side. So
maybe a Henny play with the op?
Yeah, it could be a Henny play with the op. It could be a BRN play up close with the AUG. You know, that one-shot headshot at close range.
Mm-hmm.
Could be any number of things. That's the worry.
I like this fight from Henny. Takes the peek from Mini into Squeaky. Looks for an opening pick. Nobody there. It's a large conglomeration of players out towards long A or outer yard. And already the smoke spam from Insani takes out a rush. That's a great start for MIBR. Looking to punch their ticket, but he does get traded back by Pwn alone. Lurk is towards Trophy as well. Stanislaw in that vicinity. Walco in through Mini. Could backstab Henny, who's still content to keep an eye on what's going on in towards lobby. Henny, though, might just have Stan walk right into him. Takes a bit of damage, but he wins that fight. And he's got Walco on the flip around. Henny pulling off a hero play. Might not have been an overly aggressive one, but he's got 2 big kills. And into a double man advantage. 4v2 for MIBR. Just Pwn alone and George to stand up against everybody else. Exit. Is he over towards ramp or is he on the B side? Oh, he's on A. There's nobody towards B. This is a wide open angle for EG to exploit if they hurry. But Henny might just catch them if they don't go fast.
They're going to walk. So many angles to worry about. They know how aggressive Made in Brazil are. Clear everything out. 25 seconds at this point. No one's dropped down the vents, though. It's going to be a retake from Made in Brazil. I do like this. Focusing all of your players towards A. Having some decent control over towards B, but not outright committing to a site hold. George does give it away now. He pops the window, throws a smoke over towards B. That's actually a bad smoke. It bounces wrong. But will get in it. Shrouded, and now he'll plant. Turtle in the meanwhile drops his teammate. BRN through the smoke, drops him before the plant, and that is the round. Made in Brazil. They do shut down the comeback from EG Black. I did like the idea. I did like the comeback a bit there from EG. They did recover nicely, all things considered, but it was too little too late. You could not stop the pain train that was Made in Brazil. And MIBR continue their undefeated streak, now dropping 2 maps thus far in what, the 7 games played, the 6 games played in this season of ECL?